Jarrah, tell us a bit about your fight camp for this event. You will be headlining PFL MENA 2 this coming month. So, how is your camp and preparations going for this fight?
The camp so far has been going great. I've been focusing on all aspects of the fight across boxing, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu, and I feel very well prepared for this upcoming tournament.
You're going to fight for the first time in PFL MENA. So, what do you think about this concept of having a separate league for the region? And what are your thoughts on the PFL MENA concept as a whole?
It's actually, I think it's a really great strategy. I think it gives more fighters even more opportunities, and I think it's a very fair and balanced way of doing things in a league format. PFL's presence in Saudi specifically and in the region, I think, is also a great push for all us professional athletes, as well as the fans, for them to be able to really engage with the sport.
So this is actually not like a regular fight. This is part of the PFL MENA regular season. So it's like an advanced tournament. So how does that come into play? Like, it's not is it similar to preparing for a regular single fight, or does it have some extra pressure, since winning this can advance you to the playoff?
For me, a fight is a fight, regardless if it's in a league or just a single fight. And for me, I prepare for every fight as if I'm fighting the absolute toughest guy in the world. I have to win, and I have to do everything I can in my preparation to enable myself to win. So I prepare pretty much the same way for a regular fight as I do a tournament fight. The only thing really that changes is the strategy based on the opponent I'm facing.
So the welterweight division here is stacked in PFL MENA. So apart from your immediate fight, are there any other names that you see as a threat in the division on your way to the top?
Because it's a tournament, there's technically only 8 fighters. So I assume, I assume that I'm going to be at some point fighting with any one of them. Everyone is in camp. Everyone is preparing hard. Everyone wants to win. So there's no one person in particular that I would single out, but I am studying absolutely everyone in the division to make sure I'm ready for whoever I get next.
So you'll be representing Jordan in this event. So how do you feel to represent your country at a stage like PFL MENA?
It's a huge responsibility. I mean, I am a Jordanian fighter, and it's important for me to show that we can do well. Not just as a Jordanian, actually, but also as an Arab, that we can put on very, very good fights. And I hope that all the Arabs that are partaking in this tournament have great showings, great fights, and do exceptionally well.
Coming to that part regarding the Arab fighters, like, what are your thoughts on the growth of MMA in the region, and how do you see this PFL MENA event helping the growth of the region, growth of the sport in the region?
It's interesting. I feel like everyone is getting better with PFL being in such an important market like Saudi and the Middle East. It creates great competition. It creates a great push for all the athletes participating and those who want to participate moving forward to get better and to win and to put on good shows.
So you're a well-experienced fighter. You've been champion outside the organization, and there are a lot of young fighters coming out from Jordan and as well as Middle East. So what is your advice to those young fighters who are coming up?
I'm sure a lot of the up and coming fighters are working on themselves, and I think we're going to see a lot of champions moving forward. The level in the Middle East is good, and I assume it will only get better. My advice to a lot of the younger fighters coming up is not to get caught up in the small things. Focus on the things you can improve, and really try to specialize in one thing. Don't try and specialize in everything that never really works. You need to be good at everything, but you need to be exceptional in one thing.
Lastly, what can the fans expect when they tune into PFL MENA 2, which will see you headlining the event?
I expect that they are going to see some really high-level fighting with athletes who've been preparing for months at this point, and I think it's going to be a fantastic show.